So here's the question of the week. Would you allow your daughter to date somebody with a reticular activating center? Hey everybody, this is Steve Miller, better known as Kelly's dad and marketing gunslinger, and welcome to another video this week, another quick short video on marketing and productivity and all that sort of stuff. Listen, would you allow your daughter to date somebody with a reticular activating center? Well, I would suggest that the answer to that is obviously yes, because pretty much if they don't have one, they're dead, or they're an animal of some other species. The reticular activating center, we've all got it. And this is where the idea of goal setting comes in and why it's so important to human beings to be thinking in terms of goal setting. Now, the reticular activating center is actually somewhere right back in here in the I don't know where it is, but it's in the spinal cord, coming right up, connecting to the brain. And what the primary function of the reticular activating system or center is to help you wake up. It's that kind of that period between sleeping and wakefulness, and in that the reticular activating system is helping you to wake up. That's the primary function of it. But a secondary function of the reticular activating system is that it filters out thoughts and things happening around you based on something that you're already paying attention to. Now, what that is that's another big word or another type of science that is called teleological, or I should say, it's teleology is the science, but it means that our brains are teleological, and the definition of that would mean that our brains and our minds move in the direction of our current dominant thought. And the reticular activating center helps us do that. So it helps us to filter out those things that we are already paying attention to. So like a great example was that a number of years ago, when I first moved to Seattle, I had a really nice little BMW. I'd been living down in Newport Beach, California, and the Beamer was perfect for down there and buzzing around. It was a great little car. And I came up here, and it's still a great car up here, but boy, when I got up into the Pacific Northwest and I started driving around here, I thought, you know what, I really want to get a four-wheel drive. But more specifically, I wanted to get a Jeep. And I had sort of always had it in my head that I wanted to get a Jeep at some point in my life. And I thought, well, this is the time. I'm up here in the Pacific Northwest. It's the perfect car to have up here. And so I started doing some research on Jeeps, and I came to the conclusion that I wanted a Jeep Grand Cherokee. That's what I wanted. And not only that, but I wanted a forest green Jeep Grand Cherokee. And as soon as I made that decision, for the next couple of weeks before I actually bought that car, I could not believe how many forest green Jeep Grand Cherokees were on the road. And of course, what's the reason why? Well, the reason why was because I planted a goal in my mind. I planted a dominant thought in my mind, and that was and so by being teleological, I was activating, I guess, my reticular activating system that said, okay, that's your current dominant thought, so we're going to start to filter your world as you view it, as you see it, and as you experience it. We're going to start to filter that based on that current dominant thought. And so I could not believe how many forest green Jeep Grand Cherokees were on the road at that time. And that is a perfect example. That's why if you're walking through the airport and you're hearing all the buzz, all the white noise, conversations all over the place, but if you were to all of a sudden hear your name, even if it was across the room or from the public address system that you'd never pay any attention to anyway, if you hear your name, that's going to jolt your attention in that direction, and that's that reticular activating system doing it. So here's the thing. This is why we have to set goals. This is why we have to set goals that we can focus on, every single day. Goals, as many consultants will tell you, they are dreams with deadlines. That's the important thing about a goal, is that it has a deadline. And as long as you've got a very, very clear picture of your goal and the deadline, well, then your reticular activating system is going to constantly try to keep shifting you in that direction. If you don't have a goal and you tend to fall into the common trap of thinking of negative stuff, things like that, well, guess what? If that's your current dominant thought, your brain is going to go in that direction as well. So this is really the real reason why goals are so important in our lives, is because we are naturally designed. We actually have a part of our brain, that is that actually helps us to move in the direction of our current dominant thought. So pay attention to that. Remember that you are teleological, and it's okay to let your daughter go out with somebody with a reticular activating system. This is Steve Miller, better known as Kelly's dad and marketing gunslinger. If you like this, please do me a favor and make a comment about it, or share it with your friends or something, right? All of the above, right? And always remember this: be uncopyable. See you next time.